What's good, guys? It's your boy Ty Legit, back at it again, and we out here. Whew, you know I like to work out, so you know what we had to do. We out here with a home gym, as you can see. Well, you can't see it yet, not just yet, but as you will see. And I'm here to let y'all know the things I've gotten and what I got for what reason. And I'm also here to recommend you guys, anyone trying to build a small home gym with needing some compact equipment for the right reason, I'm here to let you know what's the one. So this video, I'm gonna break it up into two lists. One is the want, what I personally wanted for my personal reasons, and list number two is the must. I highly recommend it. I mean, hey, I ain't forcing you to get it, it's up to you, but this one's a highly recommended because oh my god, it definitely meets the goal of a small home gym. And yeah, you should try to get it for yourself. If you want to elevate that small home gym to its full potential, hey, I'm letting you know, man. But I'll catch y'all there. Peace.
I don't cook.
Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so thirsty.
So yeah, number one, we're gonna talk about the rack. This one, I'm putting it on the must side of the list. And reason being, this ain't your average rack. I mean, of course, the obvious. Number one, it meets the goal of a home gym, being that it's a half rack. Number one. Number two, it can fold. So not even just a PRX rack or whatever folding rack. You know, it doesn't just fold to even save more space, but it folds into 5 different positions. See, am I right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 actually. A lot of different positions, and you can get so many different opportunities of different workouts just on this rack. If you're trying to do the flies, well, you can fold it one step further and there you go. You got a good reach with your flies. If you're trying to work out with someone doing separate workout, fold it even further. One of y'all can do your tricep pull down, tricep extension. The other one can do their bicep curls. Man, there's no end to this rack. And number 3, well, I've already been somewhat talking about it, and yeah, the cable system. Cable system is on this rack. I've never seen anything like it. Folding and a cable system, and the folding is in multiple angles. You can't beat that. That's just crazy. And number 5, you got a pull-up bar over here. That's a nice touch. But I'm pretty sure a lot of rack, right? You guys have your pull-up bars. Alright, yeah, this is a must. You know, you're really trying to get something that will allow you to do so much in a small space of a home gym. So this one's a plus, that multi-folding positions. So yeah, I recommend MajorFitness F35, this rack system right here. And you can see the dimensions and how much I spent right here on the side, on the bottom. Yeah, but if it's too expensive, I got alternative for you. This one was my original plan, and whew, yeah, it's the same exact layout, same structure, same method in a sense. And it's over here called Mikolo, I think it's Mikolo, something like that. M-I-M-O, something like that, whatever, K something. But yeah, can't remember off the top of my head. Mikolo, we'll call it CheetahRack. So the CheetahRack is literally the same. But you know, knowing me, I like to lift heavy, squat past the 315, bench past the 225. You know, I need a rack that I know for sure can withstand the weight. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think the CheetahRack, I know the CheetahRack can withstand it. But I have friends, they lift heavier than me, and I know, not even just the fact they lift heavy sometimes, I know they're gonna slam the weight on the rack. Boom, boom. Nah, I need to make sure I make my money worth it. So yeah, definitely MajorFitness F35, more durable. And yeah, if you want all the details on this rack, the cons, which I didn't mention yet, But if you want all that, the pros and cons, hey, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and yeah, stay notified to a video of me, you know, laying down all the info on this. But number 2 on the list, we got the flooring, and I went with Freedom Fitness. Yeah, I went with Freedom Fitness, and what I went for was the 3/8 inch rubber tiles. Yeah, I would recommend this. This is on the must. Highly recommend, because you know, using foam and whatnot, it's just gonna get destroyed like over time quickly. This, I mean, it can last. It'll last long. The moment I got it delivered to the house, I felt that material. I was like, this is it, guys. This is the one. But anyways, let's run down the summary of this. So 1, like I already said, it's thick, you know. So 2, durable as hell. 3, easy to put together when you go with the tiles. Like you could go with the mat and all. I mean, if your space is super small, go for it. But you know, the mat might be kind of rough to cut sometimes. But tiles, you know, it's like a certain size, not too hard to cut, and easy to put together. Because you know, you just hammer that together, the tiles and all, just like an easy puzzle piece, as you know, as if you're a kid. So really gets the job done easy. And I'd recommend getting a lot of the a lot of the centerpiece, because you can really cut it to shape. And you know, either side you cut, you know, the other side you didn't cut will connect easy. It's the way to go. Freedom Fitness 3/8 inch tiles. Yeah, y'all let me know. But if you're not lifting heavy, then yeah, I guess you don't need to invest in it. But if you're really trying to elevate that small space, you're gonna lift heavy and all, accidentally drop weights here and there, I recommend this flooring. This is the way to go. Also, number 4, I also forgot to mention the reason I went for the specs. Well, 1, it looks good, but the other reason behind it is when it gets dusty, like it blends in. You can't really tell it's dirty or dusty until a certain amount of time. You gotta clean it and all. But you know, instead of getting a plain black, plain white, plain whatever, you know, you can easily tell it gets dirty, dusty, or whatever. So yeah, another thing on top of the flooring, I highly recommend, get yourself a spec tile, like, you know, speck of white or whatever, gray. All right, guys, number 3 that I'm gonna talk about in the home gym that I've gotten. Well, you know, you gotta have the opposite end, not just building muscle, but also losing weight, or you know, maintaining your endurance and all. So hey, we gotta get the treadmills. So yeah, what I got here is the Horizon treadmill. The model of it, you can see it down here. But yeah, went with this treadmill. I would put it on a personal want. It could be a must. Maybe it'll sell you guys the things I'll say about it, but I want to say want, because there's so many treadmills out there, so many similar features, as well as so many different feature that makes this treadmill stand out and all. But overall, they're the same. I mean, just, you know, look around. What do you personally want with your treadmill? A slight different on this, slight different on that, not much different. I mean, yeah, that's what I would say. It's a want, and this is what I got, the Horizon treadmill, and let's run it down. Obviously, 1, it folds, you know, small space, and you're trying to get the right equipment. Well, folding treadmill is what you need. And then to be able to push it to the side easily, it has wheels. So that's 1, to be able to do all that. And number 2, of course, you know, it can incline, it can, you know, speed up and all. Have to get that. Like, so that's the obvious, number 2. Number 3, you gotta get a treadmill that shows, you know, the display of the common things you would want to see, you know, the distance, how long you've been running, calories, all that stuff. So that's 3, you know, the obvious. Number 4, I would say semi obvious, but okay, a fan, but 3 different power modes, you know. You want it to go soft, you want it to go normal, you want it to spin, you know, with more power. Number 5, which could also be somewhat common, has 2 cup holders and 2 holder for your devices. You can have your phone on the top, your iPad on the bottom one, or a book if you like to read. I have a friend loves to read while he's on the treadmill, so yeah, there you go. And another friend who used this recently and puts his iPad there when his phone up there. Number 6, this one I'll say is, nah, it's not the reason though, but I'll say it's a reason that makes it stand out. I was gonna say it's a reason why I got it, but I just want to, not really. I want to say it's a reason that make this treadmill stands out. One of the reasons. And number 6 would be the 3 different ways you can incline, decline, and 3 different ways you can increase the speed or decrease the speed. So 1, you got the obvious, the arrow on all treadmill, you know, rapidly click up or down. And 2, which is somewhat common as well. So let's say you're on incline 1 and you want to jump up to 6. Instead of pressing on the arrow 6 times, you can just click on number 6. And number 3, the unique one, you know what I mean? Let's say you're running, you're comfortable, your hand's on the handle, you don't want to move it, you're just so comfortable there. Well, hey, guess what? There's like a joystick, a roller joystick thing right there on your handle. If you roll the left one up, it'll increase. Roll the left one down, it'll decrease. And same on the other side, but for the speed. Like, that's sick. I'm not gonna lie. You know, comfortably increase or decrease the speed or incline. That's it. And number 7, you can also charge your phone. There's a USB input on the side. And finally, number 8, which is also a unique thing that stands out, because not a lot of treadmill does this. I mean, maybe some, but not a lot. Yeah. So of course, right, you fold this up, right? And then to bring it down, like before the workout or after the workout, you know, you don't want to work out before the workout. All you really have to do is kick your foot on this blue thing and it goes down by itself. You know, you don't have to lift a heavy ass weight treadmill and, you know, squat it down. You don't have to do any of that unnecessary stuff. So that and the 3 different ways of speed and all, plus the fan, that's the reason why I'd say I got this. Yeah, I don't know, actually there's multiple reasons. Like just the pricing, you know, the pricing plays a part too. It was only like $600 just for all that feature. But then again, I would say this is on the want list because there's so many different like features and price that lines up the way you would want it to be. Like you probably want something like not too expensive, not too cheap, not too something to line up with this many features, that many, like it's endless of things to look through that fits your need. So I wouldn't call this a must, I would say a want. All right, number 4 on the list, you know you gotta have a bench. Like rack or no rack, every workout, almost every workout, you need a bench for your dumbbells or some calisthenic. But yeah, so a bench. And this one I would put, I kind of want to put it on the must low key, because you can really do so much with this bench. And I don't want to say this bench is a must, I want to say any bench like this is a definite must. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by that in a second. But the bench I got is RitFit, and the model, I'll put it somewhere down there. Yeah, so this RitFit bench, of course, right? Of course, you need one that inclines, right? That's one, the adjustable inclining. And number 2, you can see the, you know, the different degrees on the side, laser cut and all. They put the number out there because some benches, they don't have any numbering. And number 3, You can also incline the seat. That's convenient. There's a lot that does that though. The same thing like number 2, you can see the numbering on the side, right? So yeah, that's 1, 2, and 3. But the main point here, why I say this is a must, number 4, are you ready? So here we go. Let's do a slight incline on the seating. Maybe raise this up by a bit. Yeah, something like that. Could go lower, but we'll work with that for now. And here's number 4, point number 4. You decline this head. Man, easily do your rear delt flies with nothing in your face. You know, bring this all the way up. Bring this bad boy up. Maybe put the seat flat, but you get the idea. Grab the dumbbell. Tricep extension without the headrest in the way. You can't tell me that's clean. You can't beat that. And then preacher curls. If you bring the bench down a little bit more, have this like this or a little more up. Maybe like this is better, is good. But you do your preacher curls once you decline this bench a bit. So many endless possibilities. Pair this up with your rack or any cable system, really. Pair it up with your cable system. You know, get your rows in. Get your cable system to shoulder height. Do your, you know what I mean? The pec deck, the real delt flies like that. That's clean. You turn this and the cable system together like a machine. You know? Like, just having that headrest down does a lot. And yeah, this bench is definitely on the must. Highly recommended. This bench, and really, I'm talking any bench like this, is a must. And if you want alternative, I would say there's Mikolo, they do it. They have a bench like that, and FreakAthlete. Those 3 are the only brand I've seen with benches like these, and those are my 3 recommendations for a bench in something like this. All right, so item number 5 that I've invested my money to, a second bench. I would actually put this on the must as well. So technically, you got 2 options that I highly recommend for a small gym. They're both really good, but for different reasoning. Let me tell you for this one why I got these 2 benches, and I promise you, those are the only 2 benches I got. So the reasoning for this one, man. So this is IronMaster V2 Pro, I believe is the name. And let me run down the list. 1, it's good material. It's lightweight, actually really light for a bench. But that's not the main reason, all right? That's not the reason why I call this bench a must. So it gets better. The reasoning I call this bench a must, well, the bench over there is like the typical workout with the rack, workout with the dumbbells and whatnot. The bench over here, this makes my home gym give me the feeling of like I'm in the gym, walking to do some machine workouts, that machine feeling and whatnot. The dip station, pull-up station, all that stuff, ab station, that's what this is, you know what I'm saying? Because this, I just said it for y'all, you can put attachment on the bench, like that's sick. There's a lot of benches like that now technically, but yeah, I got this before it's been a thing, you know, with other companies. So yeah, IronMaster did good with this, you know, like you can really do a whole dip on this bench. You can do abs on this bench. And then on top of that, you could do leg curls and leg extension. Like, man, what can't you do on a bench? You know what I mean? And on top of that, you put the ab attachment on there. There's actually some upper body you can do, upper body workout you can do. That I'll mention later. I'll release a video about it. A hack that I thought of with that ab attachment. Like, it'll really make you feel like you're on the machine using that ab attachment, doing some of these back workouts. So yeah, you know, hey, hit the bell, subscribe, stay tuned for that video. I got some hack for y'all. If you get this IronMaster bench, pair it up with any cable system, like, man. But anyways, one last point, that I technically forgot to say for the other bench is, well, it has wheels, and same like the other bench, and it has a nice handle, you know, just lift up, wheel it around, position it all over the small home gym however you want. And on top of that, it can stand up. Let me just show you. It can stand up vertical. Yeah, same thing just like the other bench. But anyways, another thing about this bench that I actually didn't get to lay out is that it can incline and decline. You know, technically you could say the seating can incline in a sense. So you have this seat right here and you can put it in 3 different positionings. Cool. If you're really like, you're seeing the videos and you're like, damn, I have to cuff me that bench, or damn, I have to cuff me this bench. Well, hey, there's a third option, a 2-in-1. This one I'd recommend technically because I got these benches before this bench came out. So this bench the bench I'm recommending as an alternative is called like ABX or something like that. A something. It's right here at the bottom, and it's from FreakAthlete. They made a bench literally that does what RitFit has, you know, the head adjustment, and it also does what IronMaster does with the attachment. I would highly recommend that bench if you're looking for the 2 that I just mentioned. Like, I wish I got that bench, I ain't gonna lie. But at the same time, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I have people working out here, so having these 2 bench kind of works out, you know, when you have multiple people over. But if you really don't have it like that, like people coming over like that, I highly recommend FreakAthlete bench because, cool, that's a nice bench. Number 6 is NikeGrind dumbbells. And honestly, you can already tell this is a want because I know you really don't need, you know, dumbbells like this. You really don't need dumbbells like this. Goes as like a treadmill, you know, so many options, so many pricing. So this goes the same boat as treadmills, you know, one made out of rubber, you know, protects the floor if you drop it, and the way it's shaped, you know, they call it anti-roll, so like you drop it, it doesn't roll off, you know, it's like a hexagon shape, and the corners are like, you know, has a safe structure to it, not like pointed out in the corners. But anywho, that's besides the point. It stays flat. That's number 2, you know, when you drop it and all, doesn't roll. Number 3, the main reason I got it is because, well, the brand name and the look. I'm going for a theme here. As you can tell, the specs and the black and white look. You can see white lighting, white ceiling, black flooring, black wall overall, and a white lighting on the ceiling, which you'll see in a minute. So I'm going for the black and white look. This kind of does the job. It's a white dumbbell, you know what I mean? And then it does the second job of the look, the specs, you know, spec floor, spec dumbbell. So yeah, I got this dumbbell to fit those 2 needs of the aesthetic, the black and white and the specs. So yeah, you know, of course, multiple alternatives, and I don't know, it's really up to you guys. Just like the treadmill, can't really say much. You probably want dumbbells that go past 50 because the NikeGrind only goes up to 50. That's the con there. And personally, I do have a future plan for that because I lift heavier than 50 when I bench press. I like to go to 70, 80, 90 or whatnot. And my alternative, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys are in that direction, it's going to be adjustable dumbbells. And if you're in that boat, I technically could give you an alternative. And the adjustable dumbbell that I personally want to go for and would recommend is the Rep Pepin. You know, really solid, quick way to adjust the dumbbell around, and the shape is really nice, you know, almost feels like a real dumbbell. The handles are nice. Alternative of that to go cheaper but still lift somewhat heavy would be Dumbbells. That's technically one I wanted long time ago, way before I wanted to build this home gym. But yeah, you know, went with this to fit the vibe, get that theme going, and you can't go wrong with, you know, 5 to 50. it's okay start, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I still go to the gym to work out heavy. But yeah, this is what we rocking with for dumbbells. All right, guys, number 7. If you're gonna have a rack, you might as well have the weight. So number 7 would be the weights. And this one I would say is not a must and not a want. All right, you know what? We'll say want. Definitely a want for what I chose. All that look, you get the idea. You know the theme that's going on here. The all black with the specs. Yeah, got 3 pairs of 45, 1 pair of 25, 1 pair of 10. I think that does the job for any workout. You know, can still hit the 315 and add a bit more. If I want 4 pairs, that might be, you know what I mean? It's a lot, not there yet, but anywho. So I'd recommend, you know, bumper plates. It does the job, you know, it's rubber. It's gonna protect the floor if you don't really have good flooring or any flooring. So yeah, rubber plate is a must. What I got for rubber plate, not really a must, it's a want. It's what I wanted, the look and all. And it weighs what it weighs. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, rubber plate, the way to go to protect your home gym space and all. I got these guys here too. Not rubber really, but you know, small plates, can't go wrong. It's really nice to load up big ones and then not load up another big one when you just want to go up by a bit, you know what I mean? And just to add on it by a bit more, not really bringing in like I kind of recommend it to get smaller plates as well if you want. And number 7 on the list, you got to talk about the rack. This rack I would put on the must. It's just must and want at the same time. Maybe you want to store more, maybe you want to store less, but technically if you get this, it holds four plates. I got 2 of them, so that's why you can see 8 plates being held up, but technically 4 if you bought one. And it holds up a barbell, like you can see right here, holds a barbell up. All right, so number 9, just like the weights, if you're gonna get a rack, you might as well get the barbell. Not even might as well, you know you want a barbell. So yeah, the barbell I got, you can see here, the brand is RitFit. And anyways, hey, what's good guys? Mike started chopping up here, but yeah, I would put this barbell as a personal want. And honestly, let's get down to this list. And I'm gonna let y'all know some kind of why I would put it at the want rather than the must. So 1, obviously, it's your standard barbell you would want to go for. 7 feet and weigh 45 pounds, 20 kilograms. You know, the most common thing you would want in a barbell. And 2, at least on the personal side, looks nice. You know, that little different look in the middle and not, you know what I mean, the regular silver. And why I went for, regardless of the color, right, like I went for white, but why I prefer it in the middle rather than the whole barbell being white. Well, if you got it white on the end, like if you keep like putting weights on and off, sliding it on and off, you know, that white would tear apart. So I highly recommend, like, this was told by me before I got it. I highly recommend if you're getting a barbell with color, make sure it's the center. Because, you know, you don't want it on the end and then it starts scratching off as you put weight off and on. But anyways, despite the coloring of me putting it on the want, I have a con for it that I would prefer it not to be on the must and more on the want. Is because 1, the knurling is not rough at all. Like some people might not want it too rough, but it's hardly rough. This barbell, like I would want some strong knurling to it, something I can grip on. There's hardly any grip on this barbell. That's a big con there, big red flag. All right, and number 10, guys, we're gonna mix up a bunch of things, but number 10 is a list of things that I personally wanted, definitely on the want list. And definitely on a want because it's like the look I wanted to go for the home gym. That's what number 10 is. So not a must at all. Unless you vibing with it and you try and go with the same look, then sure, we could call it a must, but technically a want. So with number 10, we're gonna talk about the walls. Went with black, you know, it's a nice look. And honestly, white and black just goes well. Personally, black just goes well for anything. Like technically my favorite color is red. Red and black goes nice. Blue and black, whatever. Black is just a thing, man. It's just a thing. So it's the must, the primary color. And as you can see, the black and white thing going on, you know, white dumbbell, white barbell, and for the lights, white lighting, you know what I'm saying? So for the lights, you already know what it is. The white hexagon lights. And the mirrors, you already know what it is. The image of a floating mirror with lights around it, white by the way. So yeah, the black and white theme, you know what I'm saying? So that's number 10. These few things, the mirrors, lights, and the paint, definitely a want, not a must. But yeah, this is my home gym. This is what we're rocking with. What's good, guys? Another voiceover. Actually, I forgot to mention that I got a wood panel too. You know, gotta show off a little more flex accessories I got. But the reason for the wood panel is to separate, you know, the family side and the home gym side. You see how I kept the wall gray there, but where the home gym is black. And that wood panel is just a nice touch to the separation. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And then the other thing is this shoe rack I got with hooks on it and this bench style thing. Wanted to make it look like a open locker, like some type of locker system, you know, to really feel close to like being at a gym. You know what I'm saying? And then last but not least, the third item is, well, technically a lot of item, multiple item, is these frames right here to motivate you as you work out, you know, could eyeball it and yeah, get it in, grind. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the home gym tour. Hopefully I helped you guys figure out what equipment you're trying to get next or what equipment you're going to replace. Or hopefully I helped you decide what equipment you're going to, you know, start step by step from the ground up. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.